to Be.Live. Be yourself and live your purpose. I'm your host, Rocca Cruz, and this is where we talk about real life, the kind that challenges you, stretches you, and forces you to grow. And this part of our series, Calm in the Chaos. In the first episode, we talked about why everything feels heavy and how writing your thoughts helps you create space. Now, today, we go a level deeper because writing is just the first step. The real goal is rewiring how you think. So, let me explain. Most people think stress just happens to them. But a lot of what we experience is actually patterns. Patterns in how we think, patterns in how we react, patterns in what we focus on. And over time, those patterns becomes automatic. That's why sometimes you don't even notice it anymore. You just feel it. You feel stressed. You feel anxious and overwhelmed. But you don't always see the thought behind it. This is something experts like Dr. Ellen Voroa talked about. She's a psychologist and she has a book about this. The idea that your brain learns your patterns, not just your habits, but your emotional responses. So if your default is to expect the worst or to overthink, your brain gets really good at that. It strengthens the pathway, it becomes your normal. If it was learned, it can be unlearned. If it was trained, meaning your brain was trained to overthink and to scan for problems, it can be retrained, not by force and not by just telling yourself to be positive. That doesn't work. Change starts with awareness, like writing things down, and then repetition. Let's go back to something simple. Think about a recent moment where you felt stressed. Maybe you saw something in the news, like what's happening now. Or maybe you just thought about expenses. What was your first reaction? Did your mind go straight to the worst case? Did you start stacking problems? The what ifs? Did it feel heavy right away? Now, here's the key question. Was that the only way to think about it? Or was it just your default? So this is where rewiring begins. Not by stopping the thought, but by noticing it, catching it. So when you write things down, and then you often do it, then you can choose something better. Here's an example. When a stressful thought comes in, try this. You write it down, you pause, just for a few seconds and ask yourself, what am I telling myself right now? Because most of the time, it's not the situation that's overwhelming you. It's the story around it. So then ask, is this helping me or stressing me? And then one more. What's a more useful way to look at this? You're not denying reality. You're just choosing how to process it. Here's another example. Instead of everything is getting worse, shift to this is challenging. Instead of I'm not ready for this, shift to I'll figure this out step by step. Small shifts. Because every time you do this, you weaken the old pattern and you strengthen a new one. It's hard if you don't notice. It's hard if your brain is on automatic. Your brain works and it follows what you repeat. And here's what it connects. Let's go back to writing. If episode 1 helped you see your thoughts by writing it down, episode 2 helps you reshape them. So when you journal or when you write things, when you write your thoughts, just don't dump your thoughts. Look at them, challenge them, rewrite them in your brain. Because over time, you start thinking differently. You respond instead of reacting. You stay steady even when things aren't. And again, this is not overnight. This takes a lot of practice. It's a skill. And once you build it, you carry it into everything. Work, family, decisions, during pressure. So here's something you can try today. Take one stressful thought, just one. Write it down. Then ask, is this helpful? What's a better way to respond? And write that new version. Do this constantly, and you'll start to notice something. Do that consistently, and you'll start to notice something. Less panic, less overthinking, more clarity, more control. That's how you rewire your brain, by awareness and repetition. And that's what this series is about, is becoming someone who stays steady in the middle of it. If this resonated with you, share this with someone who might need it too. And if you want more conversations like this, follow B.Live on Spotify, YouTube, and Instagram. See you next week. Next episode, we'll talk about something just as important, how your body holds stress and how to release it. See you there.